is happening, PGA DFS fans? It is Jason Rouslin back here on the Stokastic YouTube channel. Make sure you find me on Twitter at DFSGolfer23, and I am coming at you with another one of my short-form videos sponsored by PrizePicks. This time, it is the top 5 values for the John Deere Classic. Now, I know that the field strength may not be strong at all, but DFS contests are still pretty strong across the industry with a ton of money to be won and plenty of props to choose from over on PrizePicks. So I will tell you about them in just a little bit. But first, let's dive in here to our top 5 values this week as the tour descends on Illinois and heads to TPC Deer Run for, well, the first time, not in a long time. They go each and every year. So let's jump in. Again, make sure you like it and subscribe to our channel here, but not just the Stokastic YouTube channel, but also the Odd Shopper YouTube channel. The Putting for Dough show with Ben and Etienne is now live. You can check that for all your golf betting needs. Of course, plenty of other sports betting information on that channel as well. So let's start off by talking about Rory Sabbatini here this week as he jumps in. He's coming in as the second best ranked value on the board according to our Stokastic value rank here this week, according to our Stokastic PGA DFS projections. It's coming in at just $6,800 and has one of the best around the green games of the season. He's ranked 7th. We look at his other strokes gain ranks, though, 103rd, 143rd, and 57th off the tee approach and putting. So for Sabbatini, he has not gone through the silver medalist from the last Olympics. He's gone through a little bit of a rough patch here this season as he tries to make a comeback and get into the playoffs here. He's ranked just outside of it right now. So for Sabbatini, coming in at 6,800, again, maybe not playing as good as he should be, but still nonetheless a really good value given the strength of field here this week here that is assembled at TPC Deer Run. Okay, let's move on to our second golfer here this week as we are going to talk about Austin Smotherman. Now, last week, Austin Smotherman was part of my hot takes. I felt like last week at TPC Cromwell was one of the best avenues for him, or one of the best venues, I should say, for him. But did not have a good week. Ended up missing the cut on the number, sadly. So he will try and bounce back this week as he heads to TPC Deer Run for the first time. When we look at his strokes gain rank, why I like him. Well, in this field, having the 24th best ranked strokes gain off the tee on the season and the 69th best strokes gain on the approach on the season, one of the best players in the field. He'll need his short game to show up this week, especially if he wants to remain on the PGA Tour or not have to go back to the Korn Ferry Tour finals after the season. Smotherman is outside of the top 125 this week, so a massive week for him with not many starts left in the season. And now we move on to our third golfer. And this one's very interesting to talk about because this golfer, Taylor Pendrith, has not played for quite some time. For whatever the reason, obviously he was injured. We don't have exactly what his injury was, but nonetheless, he hasn't played in quite some time. Now, at the beginning of the season, hasn't played since the Players' Championship, where he came in 13th. I mean, that's over 3 months ago, so clearly something happened there. But when he was playing, he was having a very good season. He had his best finish and a chance to win the Bermuda Championship, where he came in 8th, tied for 5th. He's also notched a couple of other top 20s at the Farmers Insurance and the Players. So certainly was having a good season, but went down with that injury. It'll be interesting to see how he bounces back this week after not playing for a couple of months. Still, based off of his previous play and the strength of field this week, he is the number 1 ranked value on the board, according to our Stokastic PGA DFS projections. Just take a quick look at his strokes gain stats from when he did play. 25th off the tee, 26th on the approach. He's the best ball striker rated in the field, 119th around the green, and 126th putting. All right, we're going to go back to a guy that just seems to either burn me or really help me. There's no in between for Doug Ghim this week, as he is the top value ranked golfer above 7,500 this week. He's ranked 14th according to our Stokastic rankings. And he has good course history here. In fact, he's the only one on our panel of 5 golfers here to have made the cut in the last couple of years. He came in 18th. Look at his recent form, though. He missed the cut on the number or near it last week at the Travelers Championship. When we look at his strokes gain rank this season, typically he's a little bit better off the tee and on the approach. He's ranked 82nd and 100th this season, but his short game has been terrible to go along with it. 129 around the green and 187 putting. That is going to need to improve. if he does not want to go back to the Corn Ferry Tour Finals. So Doug Ghim, 7,700 this week. Now, for the golfer that is priced at 8,000 or above, JT Poston is coming in as the best value, 29th ranked value. That just goes to show how weak the field is. As the salaries come up, the value goes even lower and lower. But for Poston, he's ranked 29th, as I mentioned, and coming off of his best finish of the season, a runner-up there at the Travelers Championship. Look at his strokes gained rank. Off the tee has been a vast improvement this year. He's ranked 54th. Typically one of his worst categories, has certainly been an improvement this season. 93rd on the approach, 87th around the green, and 82nd putting for JT Poston here this year. Now putting, he's typically ranked inside the top 10. Last week he had a great week doing so. So maybe his putter is just coming into form, and because it's his best statistical attribute, typically the rest of his game follows. So that is it for our top 5 value plays for the John Deere Classic. But before we get on out of here, I want to also let you guys know again about Prize Picks. If you have not played over there, well, now is the time to do so. You're going to get a $100 deposit match on your first deposit by using promo code AWESEMO. Yes, it is still AWESEMO on the promo code. I know we switched our name over here to Stokastic, but for now, the promo code with Prize Picks is still AWESEMO. You're going to get $100 free if you punch in that promo code. And if you have not played over there, they are player props-based contests. You don't have to worry about optimizers. There's no sharks, nothing like that. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up to 5 athletes. Yes, I say athletes because you can pick multiple different sports. In fact, if you want to, if you're a live golf fan and plan on watching it, and you want to get down with some live golf action, they've got that for you. So let me give you an example here of the player props-based contest and how much you can win. So for Thursday, the live, they are showing, as of right now, they have a couple of different options. You can either go birdie or better matchup. We're going to get, say, something like Dustin Johnson against Taylor Gooch. You can go to strokes. The stroke average for the first round is somewhere around 69.5 or 70, depending on the golfer you pick. And last is birdies or better. The line is set right at about 4 or 4.5, depending on who you pick. So we like a guy that makes a ton of birdies in a round, maybe make a ton of bogeys as well. Matthew Wolff, coming off a pretty good Sunday at the Travelers Championship, will head across the country to join the Live Tour in Portland. We like the over on his birdies. Now let's check over to the PGA Tour. Right now, they just have birdies or better posted. The line is set at, again, about 3.5 or 4. We will go down and look for a guy like Christian Bezaiden, who's set at 3.5. Even Maverick McNeely is there as well. But we'll stick with Bezaiden, who at 3.5. We'll take the over on him. So we're taking the over 3.5 birdies on Matthew Wolff and over 3.5 birdies on Christian Bezaiden, who you're going to bet 20 to win 60 there. Now, again, like I said, if you put in 5 athletes with props, you can win up to 10x your money. So thanks to Prize Picks for the sponsor of this show, and make sure to check them out on the App Store or Google Play, or of course online today. So until next time, everybody, make sure to check out my top 5 sleepers video, where I give you my top 5 sleepers for the week. With so much ownership concentrated to the players that are known, got some good against the grain picks for this week. So check that out. Of course, make sure to check our live shows. Today, Tuesday, I'm recording this in the morning, but you can check out the guys at 1 o'clock. Eric and Ben are going to break it down. And then Ben and I are going to bring it home Wednesday live before lock, 8 o'clock. So until then, everybody, good luck, and we will see you on the other side. Cheers.